Good morning, everyone. We will begin the morning service of the Miroku Association headquarters, asking God and Meishu-sama for protection and the permission to participate today in the divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, Prayer of Heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amahara ni kamuzumarimasu. Kamurogi kamuro mino mikoto mochite. Somemi oya kamu izana gino mikoto. Tsukushi no himuka no tachi hananu. Odo no ahagi harani misogi harai. Tamo toki ni narimaseru. Harai dono kami tachi. Moro moro no magagoto tsumi kegare o. Harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshi o. Amatsu kami kuni tsukami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomo ni ame no fuji koma no mini purita tete kikoshi meseto kashikomi mumaosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Ushie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hai tamae. Kannagara tamachi haemase. Kannagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all light, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified. as we lead your truths given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us, radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated. We will now receive group Johrei. Ajude-me a salvar, bless
Johrei is now concluded. We will now listen to a reading from Meishu-sama's teachings. Education. Real education teaches people to discern right from wrong. It teaches only the truth. Physical knowledge alone will never suffice. True education deals with spiritual matters. Let us pave the way to higher understanding. In the world today, superficial knowledge is increasing, while true wisdom is becoming more and more scarce. In a parent child relationship, abounding in mutual love, the children reflect many of the adults' characteristics through the spiritual courts. For this reason, if people expect their children to be good, they must first be good themselves. If they have not set a proper example, admonishing the young ones for bad behavior will have little or no effect. Teachers, especially, should realize what an important influence they exert upon their students through the spiritual courts. Founders of religions or orders, priests, and ministers all have an exceedingly strong influence on members or devotees because they are held in such reverence and are looked up to with so much respect. These individuals should be more conscientious than anyone else. The parents are like the trunk of the tree. The boughs are the children, and smaller branches are the grandchildren. Just as no branch is unaffected by the trunk, so is it impossible that the spiritual clouds and the spiritual virtues of the parents should fail to influence the offspring.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association headquarters morning service. Faith experience I would like to share with you this morning. This one is from Espírito Santo, Brazil. Melissa da Encarnação Oliveira Vivas in the Itaparica Johrei Center. Melissa, who is now 42 years old, received the sacred focal point of Hikari when she was 21. Like Melissa, her husband is also an active member. They have a home altar and regularly dedicate themselves together in the divine work. They are raising their 3 children, having the practices and principles of our faith prevalent in their lives. In July of 2018, after undergoing medical tests, Melissa was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is cancer of the lymphatic system. Initially, she felt afraid and insecure, but having had previous significant faith experiences, she surrendered her worries over to Meishu-sama. After that, her heart became filled with confidence and a certainty that everything would be all right. The degree of her disease was measured at stage 4. She was experiencing body weakness, shortness of breath, and dysentery, and had to start a chemotherapy program immediately, which required hospitalization. While in the hospital, she received intensive Johrei assistance from her husband, ministers, and members. Melissa felt the love of God through the people who took care of her, and she was also able to serve others, giving Johrei to the patients in the ward she was in.
After 5 days upon repeating the exams while still in the hospital, the doctor reported that the disease had regressed to stage 2, signifying a great improvement in an amazingly short period of time. Melissa was discharged, yet continued with chemotherapy sessions, which occurred every other week. She received many Johrei sessions, studied the teachings of Meishu-sama, and participated in the monthly services, always with immense gratitude in her heart. At the end of the 6-month treatment regimen, a tumor mass of approximately 2.5 inches was found in her chest. Radiation therapy was recommended. Prior to starting the sessions, Melissa intensified giving of herself in service and received Johrei at least 10 times every day. Additionally, on a daily basis, she performed mitama migaki, which is an activity dedicated to the cleaning of one's surroundings as a soul polishing. She did this in the outer room at the Johrei Center. After 30 days, in February of 2019, upon returning to the doctor for a follow-up appointment, he evaluated the new exams and was utterly surprised that there was no longer a mass in her chest, but just a scar. He stated that not even with the prescribed radiation might they have achieved such a positive result, and further, that it was no longer necessary for her to continue with any invasive therapies. He said that from that day on, Melissa would only need to follow up with blood tests to monitor her overall condition. Melissa updated her minister with the latest medical report and went to church with her husband to make a special donation to express gratitude for this wonderful miracle. Exceeding all expectations, she was able to return to her normal activities in less than 30 days, without any after effects from the treatment that she had endured. She continues with follow-up examinations and all results reflect absolute normalcy. In return for the life saved, Melissa has redoubled her commitment to dedication and assisting others. Fabulously, she has already been blessed to guide 18 new members to our faith. Through this purification, Melissa has come to understand, more than ever, that the greatest investment we can make in our lives is to serve the divine work, as through it we gain strength and protection to overcome all adversities. Thank you very much for attending this morning service, to listen to this very wonderful experience. I wish you a very wonderful day. Thank you very much.
This brings to a conclusion our morning service. Thank you everyone for joining us. We wish you a very blessed day.